Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you my top 5 brushes that I think you should have in your daily makeup kit. I always say to people when they ask me how can I do a smoky eye or how can I do my makeup better, I always say it's about the tools you're using. You can use the cheapest eyeshadow in the world, but if you've got a rubbish brush you won't be able to blend it and it won't look right. You guys out by just explaining what I think the best brushes are to get, basically. My top brush is the blending brush, and this is what it looks like. This is the MAC 217 brush. Also got the Neve Cosmetics teal blending brush as well, because I think it's just as good, it's just a bit bigger. You can't really blend eyeshadow with a crap brush. I think if you want to buy a brush and just buy one brush, because this is quite expensive for a really good one, then I'd buy a blending brush, honestly, because if you want to do good eye makeup you need a good blending brush. This one's really big. This one's really good because it's soft and it blends really well. This one I really liked because again it's really soft, it's just a bit big, and the only problem with this one is it does look like it gets dirty, but that I've just cleaned that. So the second brush is half a brush, half a applicator, I suppose. The Sigma Flat Kabuki brush. And this is just a flat, hard buffing brush, and you use it to apply your foundation. I think it works best with cream or liquid foundations. You just basically do it in circles around before you stuff it. One of the best. Sigma is known for this brush and a couple of others. Again, it's quite expensive, but I think it's worth it for a flawless complexion. And the other half of this second one is the applicator, which is the Beauty Blender, and I've cleaned it again, but it just doesn't want to get clean, I suppose. What you do with this is you run it under a tap and squeeze like this at the same time, and it'll get bigger. It'll get to about that size, and then all you do is you just pat it on and roll it. And if you've got a thick foundation and you want a thinner coverage, then you can sort of just dab it on and then sort of flick it out so it's a thinner application. And then the other side is pointy, so you can do your concealer with it, so you don't need a concealer brush. So this is a 2-in-1. This was, I think, £12 or £13 for 2 in a pack off Amazon. And then the Kabuki brush is about, I think, about £19. So if you want to buy a Kabuki brush and a concealer brush, then I'd suggest buying a Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender isn't the best for water-based foundations, because you just put water into it and all the foundation is going to get seeped into the sponge, because it's also water, and you're going to lose out on a lot of foundation. So I wouldn't recommend it for that. If you've got your comfortable foundation and you know which one you use every single day, and if it's a water-based foundation, then I'd go for a brush to apply it. If it's not, then I'd go for a Beauty Blender. I use an array of different foundations, so I have a Beauty Blender, I have a foundation brush, I have a Kabuki brush, I have a million trillion things. For my third brush, I'm going to go for a contour / blush brush. The one I've got here is Neve Cosmetics Blue Contour Brush. I find this really nice because it's really soft and it's also angled as well, so I can get in there with my contouring, and then I can also do my cheeks. I'd recommend looking for a brush that is soft. I think all brushes need to be soft. I'd also recommend trying to get a brush that is the same size or a little bit smaller than the apples of your cheek. So that way you don't go bigger than your cheek and you don't end up with blusher all the way down here or all the way up there. And then also it needs to be thin enough to be able to get between your cheekbone and your temple, so in that sort of area there. So this is the perfect one for me. I think it'll be good for most people as well. My fourth top brush is the angled brush. Now this one I stole off my mum about 5 years ago, so I have no idea what brand this is. It's rubbed off on there, but it's the best brush I've ever found of an angled brush. I've bought many. I've bought from MAC, I've bought from Neve Cosmetics, which is my sort of go-to one, and they're not very good. This one is hard enough for me to do my eyebrows, soft enough to do under there, and also good, thin enough for me to apply gel liner or eyeshadow as a liner to my lash line. The last brush is a really good powder brush, and this is a Real Techniques powder brush. Really soft, it'll get all the product onto your face. I tend to dot on the powder first and then sort of just lightly dust it off. One mistake that I see women doing quite a lot with brushes is doing it too hard. A soft brush, a really good brush, you don't need to do hard. You literally, if you see me do this, you can't see my skin moving, can you? So I'm not doing this. I'm not moving my skin with the brush. I'm literally really lightly doing it, because you don't want to do too much. Put the brush into an eyeshadow, tap off a lot of excess, and then really lightly do it. You can always build up, but it's very hard to take off. So those are my top 5 brushes. If you have any questions or would like to know a bit more, then just comment below or tweet me on the link below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and share if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Love you, bye!